The court of the final verdict is now in session. I know that September hasn't even reached its conclusion, but already the debate has begun. Which team among those from non-automatic qualifying conferences is most deserving of a spot in a BCS game if they should finish the season undefeated? I ask counsel now to approach the bench, and despite some very impressive performances in the non-conference by a couple of teams other than Boise State, Counselor Holtz, you maintain that no matter what happens the rest of the way, if the Broncos win, they're in.
Absolutely. They are ranked number 8 in the country, will be number 6 this week, but because they are such an outstanding football team. Your Honor, anybody that recognized football can evaluate talent and be overly impressed with Boise State. They're a complete football team. They can run, they can throw, they play together. I think they're as well coached a football team as anywhere in the country. In addition to that, they beat a very good Oregon team. Not only beat them, held them without a first down the entire first half. The same Oregon team, which has only lost one game. They beat a Fresno State team by 17 at Fresno. And Cincinnati Bearcats, which some people think will play for the national championship, beat that same Fresno State team by 8 points at home. No matter how you look at it, I think Boise State is an outstanding football team. I'm not evaluating it on who they played. I'm saying they're one of the 5 best teams in the country and deserve to play in the BCS, and they will win that game.
Your Honor, I think that this is just ludicrous, the argument by Mr. Lou Holtz. And the bottom line is, I won't attack, I'll just state facts. Out of these 3 teams, Boise State is the least deserving, and I'll tell you why. You look at TCU, 2 victories over BCS opponents thus far this year, Virginia and Clemson. And they will play 2 more teams that are ranked in BYU and Utah. If they defeat those are all 4 quality wins. How about Houston? This is a team that goes into Stillwater, Oklahoma, knocks off the number 5 team in the country, then comes back their next game, and they beat a ranked Texas Tech opponent. Now they've got their rigorous Conference USA schedule. If they go through that and play a conference championship game and win that, it's without a doubt that anyone in America would say Houston deserves to play in a BCS game if they remain undefeated.
Well, we can eliminate Houston because they have to play East Carolina and they will win.
I'm going to have that stricken because of prejudice.
You're doggone right I'm prejudiced, and I will stay prejudiced because my wife will be mad. Now, let me get to Virginia. You're referring to that same Virginia team that lost to William and Mary, a Division I AA football team. In addition to that, Clemson has already lost 2 football games. Will finish well down in the middle of the Atlantic Coast Conference in their division as well. But when you look at Boise State, this is an excellent football team that just does things the right way, and Coach Peterson's done a marvelous job.
Everybody does the things the right way. All these coaches are great quality coaches. The bottom line, at the end of the season, the computer's going to crunch the numbers. They're going to look at strength of schedule. Boise State will have the weakest out of the 3, particularly with their non-conference opponents.
And that's what's wrong with this football polling and everything. You vote for who do you think is the very best football team, and Boise State's one of the 5 best teams in the country. They're better than the other ones.
What do you mean vote? When you were a coach, you didn't vote. Your SID voted for you. It's like every coach.
I voted in that poll, and I voted in the presidential election. I vote.
I'm talking about voting for the best teams in the country.
No one has more respect for your football acumen than this courtroom. I mean, I have great esteem for the way you evaluate teams. However, I think at some point there has to be something concrete on which those teams are evaluated. I respect your opinion, but if the resume doesn't stack up, as it will not against Houston's with those 2 wins, and not as well against TCU's, which plays in a stronger conference than either of the other 2, I would have to say that the resumes favor TCU and Houston should they all finish undefeated. I would say that Boise State is not the leader of the pack. The court rules in favor of Counselor May.
And I want to tell you, and that's why you will never make it to the Supreme Court. You have narrow vision.
You know what it is?
And it hasn't stopped some of the other people.
You know what it is? It has to do with championships. It's like Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, man.
Did he steal that?